Well, hello there, Dukely here, and today I am going to show you Superpower 2. This is an old game that is really fun, especially multiplayer with a couple friends. Really good. We're gonna do single player just to show you what's going on here. Custom game. It's starting. It's starting. It's starting. You can play any country in the world in this game. Of like, how many countries are there? Right, there's like 300 or something. A lot. There's a lot of countries. What is taking so long? Here we go. So here's the giant list, starting with Afghanistan. It goes all the way to Zimbabwe, or I think that's, yeah. You can play all these countries. Of course, some of them are harder than others. If you're a big country, if you're a small country with a lot of poverty, but you kind of have to develop your country and things. So let's pick, I'm going to go... We got Chad. Okay, that seems interesting enough. We're going to manage everything except military because it's easier for the computer to do it because it's hard to click on the map in this. You'll see what I mean. Achieve world peace, or I don't really care. We'll just say develop nation. No time limit. Okay, here we are in Chad. We have a tiny... We're going to open all of our panels first. So here's our politics, our military, our economy. We're going to say budget and click more. And I always just keep this one open because you're having to change these expenses sliders quite often. So you can see here we're in massive friggin' debt. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not United States bad, but it could be better. We're going to go... Okay, here's our military rank. Let's have a look at all this stuff before I start doing a bunch of shit. We have 20,000 soldiers, literally no navy at all because we're an inland country. Some aircraft, of which we have available 6, and only 129 tanks. So we're going to want to fix that up. Oh, wait, which one is it? I want... Geographic? No. There is one that makes it easier to see. No. Political, so it's something, right? Yeah. Political strength? No. Political control. There we go. That's the one I wanted. So there, you can see all the other countries, and it gives us this lovely set of colors. We're this lovely shade of purple. I know very little about this country, so my bad. If you're there, if you're from Chad, welcome. Leave a comment. We're going to fix this place right up. So, you can see over here, we're spending money on propaganda. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that at all. We want to make sure our telecom is okay. Because our corruption is really high, 51%, we're going to want to spend money on government. So we're going to flip that money into government. Tourism, there's no point cutting the budget in tourism because it only increases. Research, we don't need to do any of. We're going to cut the budget for that entirely. Foreign aid, we're going to cut the budget of. Telecom, these things we can't afford. Education, healthcare, environment, we can't afford that shit. We can't really afford infrastructure either. We're going to try to keep investing in it. That leaves us with a surplus, of course, because we've managed to cut our already minuscule budget to something workable, and as our country becomes stronger, we can invest more money in these places. Economic health is terrible. Another thing we're going to do is, where is that button? Personal income tax. We have it at 11%. That won't do for a country in this bad of shape. We're going to jack that right up, 30%. And, okay. Yes, I'm sure I want to do it. Leave me alone. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Some people would raise it even higher than that, but you want to be careful. Now, we want to speed this bitch up. I'm going to go as fast as possible because we want to get out of this debt, which is crushing our soul. I'm just going to completely cut all these things because we need to get out of debt before we can do much else. We can look at our constitutional form. We can change it too. We can become a communist state. We can become a monarchy. We can do whatever. But we're just going to leave it as it is now. We're ideologically to the left. Freedom of demonstration is not permitted. We're going to make it permitted. we're pretty much going to permit a lot of these things so that Western countries will like us more, as it helps us receive foreign aid from those big countries. Such lame. Apollo just got done work. We're going to buy some tanks because we don't have any. We need to get at least some, because otherwise we're going to be vulnerable. We can get 303 M1A2 Abrams, but they cost $4 million, which we don't have, obviously. But I think it would be a good investment. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to buy those. Now we should be receiving those. They'll automatically be deployed, if I'm not mistaken. Automatic confirmations. Yeah, so hopefully they'll be deployed automatically. We don't have any air either. We should probably invest in some of that as well. It's taken us a while to get out of this horrible debt. It's barely moving. I'm going to really help it along and not spend any money. Okay, so now we're getting 56. Okay, now we're seeing some movement down there. That's good. This is all going to go to hell over here. Our corruption's going to increase. Our stability isn't going to be very good because we have such high taxes. Strategic forces, we don't have any. Strategic forces are like missiles, you know, that sort of thing. If we go and look at our resources, we can see what we have a lot of. I'm guessing we might have gems and things. Precious stones, we have... Oh yeah, we do have some. So what we're going to do is tax this a lot. I'm going to put a 50% tax on that. Whoops. And that's going to help us get some currency as well. Whoops, there we go. We're probably not in the... We're not in the right area to be declaring any wars, I don't think. We could probably take, what's this, Central African Republic. We could probably take that over if we got a couple more aircraft, as they have almost nothing for our military at all. So that would be a possible choice for the future. How are we doing? Still looking not good. We got a couple messages. Warning. Okay, that's just my advisor telling me, hey, you raised taxes. Everyone hates your face now. What are you going to do? Nothing. Let's see. We don't need to look at that. We don't need to do anything there. As you can see, our military has gotten slightly better. Still really shitty for economy. Our politics are dead. Because people did not like our fancy changes to their politics by making a bunch of stuff legal that was illegal previously. They didn't care for that. But what are you going to do? That's how it works. Now we're going to go and look at political or diplomatic relations. Huh. Our best country is France. So, if we can get some economic aid from them, that would be fantastic. They've told us to fuck off, which is completely expected. What we can try to do is create a treaty, quick treaty, economic partnership, confirm. Okay, they've accepted that. That's good. How about a human development collaboration? They'll probably accept that as well. Okay. What else is a good one? I can't think of anything else that's probably the best. Common market, maybe? No. Well, no matter. That should increase our relations slowly with France and other Western powers. If we go back here, we can see our budget still looks awful. And it will probably be a long time before we get out of debt. But, there's not much we can do about it right now. We could attempt to take over the Central African Republic, although if we tried to annex the country, we would probably be hated by every other African country who would probably then declare war on us, which wouldn't be the best thing. But yeah, this game's a lot of just waiting and sitting. You know, play some Hearthstone on your iPad or whatever while you're waiting. Hearthstone, all kinds of stone. Let's actually try moving one of our cells to Central African Republic. We're going to move 2 of them there. They're in transit. We're going to leave these 3 just to, like, catch other actions that may be occurring in our region. We don't have any research. I'll show you. Whoops. Okay, our tank's been deployed. That's good. Here's our research. So, because there's no financing or anything at all. But normally you would come down here and you could choose which one you wanted to increase more. So which one you wanted priority, basically, is what these gauges are. And where you want to put the money and things. And their progress towards each level. So kind of like Hearts of Iron. Build. Can we actually build? We have no models of anything. We have all kinds of exported tanks and planes and things. We can of course recruit personnel, which is pretty cheap. Doesn't usually cost too much. Where let's see. Conventional forces. Here we go. Okay, so this is our list of forces. We have 10 106 millimeters M40s. It's okay, I guess. Got a couple infantry vehicles, almost 60 of them. T-55s and M1A2 Abrams. We have, oh wow, we have some Russian helicopters here and an MA something or other. I'm not sure what that is. That could be Russian as well. So yeah, if you click on it, it gives you a picture of each thing. They're not all completely different, but there's only like 3 or 4 pictures for each model. You can see there. There's no picture for personnel. And if you were to go over here and say design, we're looking at infantry vehicles. If we wanted to do like a... Can we design a helicopter? Attack aircraft. No, we can't do that because we don't have the correct research. So, tank, maybe. We can build a tank? No. What were we looking at before? Infantry vehicles? Oh. Oh, new design. Oh, there we go. That was the problem. Okay, so tank. No, we need planes. We have no planes. Let's get an attack aircraft. Oh, cool. We can choose of these 3 designs. I think that one is... Oh, I really like that one. We can make it green. White, whatever color you want to do. Green, probably. We have no research on any of these things, so we can basically design this, which will just fall out of the sky once it's shot at, because it has nothing on it at all. So not the best, really. But, yeah, that's how that works. I showed you the laws, I showed you all this, and all that doodad. So yeah, it's mostly managing a country, as you can tell. Some are easier to manage than others. We got one that's, it's not impossible to manage, but it'll take a while for it to become profitable before we can start any wars or anything. Which can be one of the goals of this game. Can be to develop the country or take over the world or whatever, although I've never really gotten close to taking over the world. However, I did, in a multiplayer game with Dark Horse, we took over most of Asia, except for Russia. That worked pretty well. But, yeah, there's a lot of sitting and waiting in this game. Although, I think it could make some interesting videos, either in multiplayer or if there was some editing involved. So, if you want to see more of this, let me know. I play it fairly regularly. So, yeah, let me know if that's something that interests you. And I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye! That's the wrong button.